Good day, this is Motor Master, and this is how I got my logging stuff done. I'm a real logger and do about a living. That's how I get paid, and we're doing stuff a little bit different, kind of most realistic as I can on here. I'm not done yet here, still in the works, and future videos to come to show you simulate how a real logging operation does. But this would be a road going into here where your log truck would come in at. You drive up in here, which I still need to build a road for it. He'll come up in here, loop around, back up, and be ready, to get loaded up. You got your loader here, you got your processor, and this here is what's going to be called the main skid trail, and I got it cleared up so my skidder hand won't get confused to where he's going. Skidder hand's going to go out there, bring some wood, bring it up to this processor. Processor's going to pick out the wood, cut logs out of it, set it here for the loader to be loaded onto the truck. That's basically what goes on here in the set, or aka the deck, depending on where you are in the states. Different terms for different areas. Deck, same thing as a set. This is where your main logging equipment parked at. That's where most of your work is being done. And a skidder, when it comes up here, he's going to loop this way. He's going to back up, drop his wood right here. He's going to take on off. I got a roundabout made for the skidder, which I don't have it bladed out yet. And you really can't see because I have some wood thrown down already. But he's going to be able to loop through here and come back to the main skid trail here. The main skid trail, because I have it cut out for him. On here, I'm thinking about running this main skid trail on out, all the way out, probably all the way back up to the swamp. And as you can see from where we just come from, the wood is more dense than it is on out here. Another thing I want to bring up, this is what you call first thinning. You have first thinning, second thinning, and you have clear cut. Those are your three types of logging operations that go on. This is what's going to be called first thinning. I'm going to explain more here in a little bit. But I'm going to cut that main road, main skid road, all the way back here, and probably going to take it all the way back to the swamp. And I might be running two skidders. As you get on back here, you start seeing you got your tall wood and you got a lot of the shorter wood. Basically, in a real life scenario, probably what happened here, this wood has already been thinned. This is probably a second thin area right here. And you have your tall trees here they left behind to seed for more trees, and thus why you have shorter trees mixed in with your much taller trees. When they come back and clear cut this, they'd want to cut the logs out of the tall trees. Your shorter wood right here, more than likely going to be chipped up. They're going to get it, and they're just going to cut it down, throw in a chipper, and that's basically what it's going to do. Chipper, your chip wood's going to go to your mill and make burn fuel for your fire there at the mill, more than likely, which produces electricity for the mill. And your logs, evidently, is going to make your 2x4s and whatnot, different type of wood products to build your porches and whatnot. Stuff like that wouldn't be a very good log because it's got some bends in it. Like I said, I'm going to run this main skid trail all the way back here. Why do it this far? Because in real life, they can go this far. I'm just going to simulate it here in the upcoming videos I'm going to put out. Get me a little crew together. Each person has their own little job to do. And we're going to see how it works. You know, there'll be some bloopers along the line. Probably going to be some headaches. But it's going to be all fun and games. We'll come on back to the swamp. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is clear cutting all this back here in the back. Just clear it. Where we come from, up there where I got the equipment, all that dense wood around that area, I'm going to just do a first thinning. And when I get back up there, I'll explain what the first thinning is. Alright, coming back into the main skid trail from where I left off, I skipped forward some. So I wouldn't bore y'all with the traveling there. And what I'll do is, let's find a good little spot here to see if I can explain it good enough for y'all. I'm going to create rows. I'm not going to blade. I'm not going to clear the ground as I did here or plowed in Farming Simulator. I'm not going to do it on these little skid rows. Only on your main skid rows. Your skidder operator is going to see and know where his rows are. He's going to be able to see down this line, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this whole straight line of trees out right here. And they're going to be piled up in about groups of 2s or 3s, depending on which skidder he wants to run. But all these trees here is going to be cut out. It's going to be a straight line cut here, and the wood's going to be thrown down in it. When he clears that out, you know, I'm going to be moving on to some other area, making another little row. But when he clears this out and gets it ready, get the wood out of it, I'm going to come back through and I'm going to start thinning it. Meaning I'm going to come up in here, I'm going to cut every other tree out. One, leave this one, come up here and cut this one, probably cut this one as well. Leave this one, cut this one. Well, I'll cut this one here. Cut this one, leave that one over there. And open it up some, leaving your trees. Why they want to do that in real life? Help promote growth, oxygen, housing for your animals out there, your birds and all that. You don't want to really strip out all the trees, clear cut it. You don't want to clear cut the whole land. You just want to take your time with it. Not endanger the environment around. Because animals need places to sleep, a shelter and all that. And what you want to do when you thin it, how you select the trees, is you'd want to cut them out to basically where they're not touching each other. So yeah, these two are basically crammed in together. So you either cut one of them, or you might want to cut both of them and save this neighboring tree here. Let it grow and stretch its limbs on out. Whereas these two here are too close together. You'd want to cut one, is, you know, just cut it out, you know, just give them enough room to stretch their branches on out and grow a little bit better. And that's about it. So the skidder would come, grab a couple more, a bundle of trees here, or a drag as you'd call it. You'd drag it on up to the set by using the main skid trail I have pushed out for them here. Bring it on around, drop it off for the loader or processor here. You also got different terms for the equipment out. Some people call this a shear, fellow buncher, cutter. It's all the same. Now this is the FDR equipment here. I am using the Xbox controller. I'll just cut one or two trees down for demonstration purposes as to how they would cut it. Since I am using a Xbox controller, I'm going to, I'm having to, instead of using the arm to reach out and grab the tree, I'm going to drive into the tree and grab it as I start to cut into that tree. And if I had joysticks, yeah, you can run it like in real life. But since I'm using only the Xbox controller, that's the best way to cut the tree, to my knowledge. It works the best unless you reconfigure the button somehow. And immediately after I cut the tree, being in the game, I cut the saw off. If you don't, sometimes it might glitch and you start cutting that tree into little, like pepperoni slices. It'll start chopping that tree down before you know it. Let's see. Get in here. Turn the saw on. Keep that head level like this. Approach that tree. You want to have that head about, head is the cutter up there is what we call it in terms in real life. You want to have it about an inch up off the ground. Let me get this machine straight here. Get it. Put about an inch using the Xbox controller and drive forward. Let me get it level. Drive forward to the tree. As soon as you start hearing that tree getting cut, that's when you start closing the knives up there. Not knives, but you start closing them arms up there. There we go. Now you grab it. Like I said, I'll turn that saw off, and it helps, as you've seen, as soon as I turn that saw off, the tree quit glitching. It'll sit there and rotate. That's the best way to stop that glitching, is to turn that saw off. You want to back on up and see exactly where I set this machine up. I don't forget how I had it set here. Right off the main skidder right here. Back up. I'm going to pick it up a little bit. I ain't going to let it head forward. I don't think I picked it up good enough, but no, I did. And you just throw it down. You want to drive up, cut you another one. This is what you call making a thinning row. Row wood, I mean. This is what you call row. Row wood. Your thinning wood is after you done made your row wood. That skidder done cleared that path out. You want to go back in and thin it. Your thin wood is what you're going to clean up afterwards. I got on the wrong side of that tree there. I didn't know this tree here was that long. I thought it was a lot smaller. We could probably still got this one here. Might be a little bit blinded. See, getting in position here. The saw is not level, so you can get that saw level. Open it up, pick it up, get it level. You gotta rotate it too, so it looks like. That looks about right. Let's see if we can do this blindfolded here. I'm going to drive into it. It's probably going to leave a stump since I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to drive into it. As we start to cut into it, we'll close them arms. After the arms close, shut that saw off. Yeah, we got a little stump there. Back up, helping the skidder out. Just throw it down and make what you call a bundle. I'm going to do this on purpose. As you can see, if you really want to help out your skidder operator, You want to try to get these butts, the part of the tree you just cut the lower end, pretty much even. You want to get them squared up. That way when that skidder comes to get it, he'll pick it up and go, and you won't have to worry about straightening that wood out. How you do that? You can take the edge. Yes, he has them on here. These grooves right here, you can use them to butt up against the butt of the tree here, and you can push it and make them even with that other one over there. Just want to get up on it. You can use it like that. Look, I done messed up and glitched it up some. Or you can just drive up to it and push them up. It's not really, I guess it is pretty squared. Next up, we might talk about the skidder. This particular model of skidder here, the 548H John Deere, is a black sheep modern skidder, to my knowledge. I think that's who made this one here. And it's an actual John Deere model based after an actual John Deere. Well, I'll get them together and show you what we're talking about here. Okay, standing here, we got the black sheep modding 548H model John Deere skidder. Next up to the FDR mock John Deere skidder. The reason I say a mock because this is actually a Caterpillar C model. I want to say it's a 555C model, which to me looks like a 535C. It's really hard to tell in realistics, but this is a Caterpillar here. It's not a John Deere. First off, we'll do the black sheep modding. The blade on the front, you're in full control, picking it up and lowering it to the height you want it. It's all up to you. It is a single arch, which means there's only one boom here to work with. And the grapple, you can probably pick up a couple trees with it. I tried last night to pick up about 4 or 5, and it just wouldn't do it. And best for about 2 trees. The inside of this one, the black sheep mod, is pure accurate. It's pretty accurate. We have a 748 G on our job. We got 2 of them actually. We got a yellow one and we got a green one, such as this one. It's about in between the two. The size, the body is just like this. The railing and stuff is all John Deere. It's exact, just like it's supposed to be. Whereas the rollover, the exhaust, all the body panels, front cover. This is a cat, like I said. It's not a John Deere. Because I know, because this part right here is where you fuel your DEF. This is where your DEF pump access is up here. Your battery shut off, you check your oil right here. This is where your fan would be right here on the side. This would be perforated, have little holes here on this side, and a blowout on this side, or it could be backwards. This isn't an access, it doesn't have panels here, it unbolts. The exhaust is done right, it runs through the frame right there. You got your antenna there for your radio. I want to say right here in this little square piece right here, or half a square, That's where your XM satellite receiver, I mean not the receiver, the antenna would be right there hidden. And we're gonna go back into black sheep modding there. Inside this one, like I said, it's pretty accurate. Your steering wheel, your key over there, your gauges, your controls. The first one there is your gear selection. Your next one over, closer to your door there, that's your front blade. And then that joystick right there on the back is what works your back boom, and your button on it is what will rotate and open up your grapple. And then you got your couple of switches there. One will be your four-wheel drive on your right, and I want to say the one on the left there is maybe your parking brake. I'm not sure. I hadn't really drove too many of the. I hadn't really gotten that much experience with the John Deere yet. I mean, I have, but I hadn't really paid attention to it. Once you're in it, you run it, it's there. Inside of this one here, let's take a look. No, it doesn't look like this. Not even in Caterpillar, John Deere, or Caterpillar, it doesn't really look like this. What's great about FDRs is his is dual arc. You can move both booms there, and that's great for weight transfer. If you got too much weight on the back of your machine, or if you're on soggy grounds, you start going down. What you'd want to do is work that boom, pull that drag up to you, or your wood you're pulling. You want to suck that sucker up close as you can, and as you try to go, and you can't go because you're digging down, as you're going, you want to reach that boom out with that wood and kind of push that machine forward. And once you get as far as you can and you can't go no more, then you want to pull that wood back up to you again, still in the grapple. You never do let loose of it. You work it back up close to that machine again. You set it down and you push it away from you. You're not actually pushing your wood away from you, you're pushing the machine forward, thus helping out in soggy and wet environments. The Black Sheep Modding does have the winch back here, but it's non-operational, but you can see it. FDRs. I got stuck there for a second. Somebody done stole the winch cable. But hopefully, in the future, he's got plans on making where he can use the winch. The lightings is accurate up here as to where they are. I want to say the 555 model do have the lights on the sides there. That's why one of the reasons I say it's not a 555. You got lights all the way around them. And let's see anything else about these two. The blade on this one is only up and down. Up or down. That's about all I'm going to talk about for now, but in the future, coming videos, I'm going to try to get a little crew together and see what we can do, and we'll try to teach them how the real operation do, how they work out here, and you as a viewer will see how a real logging job, we're going to say first inning, how it's operating. It's not going to be like on this TV where they got talking about swamp loggers, and they're working in the worst conditions, got machines underwater nearby and stuff, but yet they can't get a truck out the woods on a haul road. Don't make no sense. That's some fake baloney mess right there. You're talking about they get 100 loads a week, and if they can't get one truck out, they start crying. Oh, we got to shut the job down. That's That's ridiculous. You know, most of these TV shows nowadays, they want to try to show you a realistic aspect of a environment of what they're trying to show you, but it's basically just made up stuff, just kind of hype you up, maybe keep you, the viewer, watching it. This little panel here is where your jump box would be. You can open that up. You have a two prongs there for your positive and negative to help jump start that machine if it needs to be jump started. But like I said, that's about all we're going to talk about for now. And I'm going to get some good videos coming up, I hope. But this is y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later.